Hello, my name is Amy. Welcome to another Handpan play-along video. This is Paradiddles 2.0. So if you haven't already watched the previous video and you're not already familiar with what a paradiddle is and how to play it, please do go and check that one out. I'll put it in a link in the description box below. So I'm working on the assumption now that you know what a paradiddle is. You've played one before. In fact, you've practiced it a bunch of times and you're really confident. You've practiced it with your thumbs, your pointer fingers, your middle fingers, your ring fingers, your pinky fingers. You've practiced it on a bunch of different notes. And you're ready now to have a little explore and experiment and find some new ways to make this exercise interesting. And also some ways that you can kind of subtly sneak it into your compositions or improvisations. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to look at that today. Rather than play along style, because there's so much information I would really love to give you, I'm going to demonstrate a bunch, play it slowly, play it fast, and invite you to kind of follow along, and then you can find the tracks on my website, the free play along tracks, amynaylormusic.com. There is a tab on there that is called Upbeat free tracks for play along or something like that, so you can practice along in your own time. So let's have a look at the first variation number 1. And this isn't a solid thing that's written down anywhere. This is just me giving you some ideas and numbering it right now as I go. Maybe I'll compile a list, that would be nice, and make those resources available. But we'll see if and when that happens. So variation number 1. So just to recap what a paradiddle actually looks like. It is right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, and so on and so forth. So the first way that you can make this more interesting is to look at accents. For instance, the most obvious accent would be to put an accent on the pa. What is an accent, you ask? An accent is when one beat is louder than the others or one note is more prominent than the others. So it will sound like this. So I'm playing a tap on the pa and I'm playing ghost notes on the radiddle. And because we're swapping which hand is leading because of the nature of the exercise, that means that the accent is switching between my right and left hand, and it means that throughout the practice I get to practice accenting with my right and left hand, which is great, it's perfect. So we can play that for hours and get really good at that. You might also then decide to move on from accents and to play a note instead of an accent. So keeping all the ghost notes where they are, but then moving your accent onto the ding, for instance. Paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. Now, as I'm playing these faster, you might notice that the hand that is playing the double, rather than playing a double like this with the same finger and having that movement with my wrist, the faster I get, the more inefficient that gets, and I want to find a way to efficiently play those doubles. So what I've ended up doing, and this is just my method, some people do it differently, is playing the doubles between my two fingers. I play my middle finger and my ring finger. I'm thinking about it now, I can't do it when I think about it. Some people use their pointer finger and their ring finger. I'm not so well versed in that yet, but I'm practicing. But yeah, these are my two strongest. So as you gain speed, as you start to build up speed, that might be something you want to look into, is bringing in an extra finger there. That was just a bonus tip for you there. So yeah, so accenting on notes, and you can change where you put that accent. You might want to put it on the diddle, so you could play. Move where you do that. Yeah, so all I'm playing there is paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. And I'm just randomly picking which notes I want to play that double on. And the beauty of that is that because you're naturally switching between your right and left, it means that it lends itself to being on different points of the pan, right? So it lends itself to having that extra mobility and having that extra freedom to run around, that you're getting used to those doubles. So that's a really, really good fun thing to put into your improvs, your compositions. It's a really great handy technique to have available to you. So those are all paradiddles, right? Paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. But turning it into some kind of repeating melody, making it sound more interesting. That makes your practices more interesting, and then you can just like, I've been busking before and I've literally just been practicing, rudiments, but made it sound interesting, and so people give me money for it. It's great, it's perfect. You can practice and play at the same time. Just don't do it for too long, otherwise people will catch on. So yeah, that's accents. So of course you've got all those different points. You can accent on the pa, the ra, the di, the dul, the pa and the di, the dul and the ra. Yeah, so play around with that. Play around with where you want to put that accent, and find yourself getting far more, getting much more freedom on your pans. Really, really great for that. Okay, so accents. Number 2, placement. So getting kind of choosing 2 notes, for instance. I might choose my ding and my the note closest to me, which is an A. Deciding, okay, this is where I'm going to play my paradiddle. Already sounds kind of funky. And then I can switch halfway through to kind of shove that that groove off kilter and have that little moment of like adjustment time, and it makes the listener go, oh, hey, what happened there? And all I'm doing is switching my hand placement, just like that, but keeping the pattern exactly the same. So it'll sound like this. Super slowly, that is right, left, right, right, left, right, left, switching right, left, right, right, left, right, left, switching right, left, right, right, left, right, left, switching right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. And you can do that between any note you like. Like I just did, and you can also do it switching between different sounds. For instance, you might have the ding and the tack, or so much you can do, so much you can experiment with there. So that is number 2. Number 3, what else can you give you? Okay, here's one. Changing the actual feel of the groove. So at the minute we've been working in 4/4. We've been working at a straight beat. Which are, I believe, quavers in music terms. So playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But if you like, you could shift that a little bit and you could turn it into swing. So that's a term that we use in a lot of jazz music. It means that technically the notes are actually split into 3. Maybe this is something that I can discuss in more depth in another episode. But it's a feel that you'll have heard before, and you don't need to understand the absolute specifics of it to be able to play that kind of vibe. And you hear it a lot in a lot of West African percussion, in a lot of samba percussion. You hear it all over the place. And it's the idea that instead of each note being very equally distributed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you're lengthening the space between the 1 and the and shortening the space between the and the 2. Just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. once you've got a feel for that groove, you can stick a paradiddle in there. Paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. And practice that, switching the diddle, having the diddle between your middle finger and your forefinger, and then you're practicing loads of different things there. I'm also practicing putting the accent on the pa. You've got 3 different exercises in one. Your brain's going crazy, you're learning locks, you're internalizing a lot, and your fingers are doing work that they're not used to doing, and it's just like a great all-in-one thing. And then you can switch it between different notes. Let's find some nice harmonizing notes. So suddenly you've got some fun little grooves, some fun quirky little melodies and such. So yeah, that's 3 different variations and a little bonus tip regarding your fingers and speed to do with paradiddles. Please feel free to kind of go back through this video, watch it bit by bit, have a little go. Again, I do recommend checking out all of those free beats that are on no catch. You don't have to sign in for anything. It is just all on my website. Loads of free music that you can jam along to. It doesn't have any melody or music to it. It's just beats, so it doesn't matter what scale handpan you've got, you can play along. Loads of different tempos, starting from I think 60 beats per minute, right up to 120, maybe 130. And I'm always uploading more. So yeah, check that out. And have fun practicing paradiddles. I mean, paradiddles are fun anyway, but then when you have a handpan with lots of different notes and different sounds and different possibilities, there's just so much that you can do with it, and it's super exciting, and I want to share that love. So yeah, have fun with that. And if you are interested in joining a weekly class, I do teach handpan sessions every Sunday, 7 PM UK time. It's a drop-in session. You don't have to come to every single one. You can just join as and when you are able. And it's just a bunch of people. Some of us are beginners, some of us are more experienced. Doesn't matter what level you're at, it's super beginner friendly. I lead kind of call and response handpan teaching stuff. And then afterwards, at the end of the session, we have a little bit of time to hang out and chat and talk about each other and ourselves and kind of connect and grow a little community. So I should say I charge between £5 and £15 for those sessions. It's a sliding scale, so whatever you can afford. And yeah, it would be amazing to have you there. So if that floats your boat, email me, amynaylormusic@gmail.com. I'll write that in the description. But other than that, have a great day. Have a great week. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. That would really help me out. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. And if there's anything that you would like to learn about, please do ask, comment below, drop me a message, whatever, and we'll see if we can do a video about it. But in the meantime, bye.